Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Wow. Wow, it feels so good to see people looking back at me.
Amen. Amen.
And I put my shoes on, and I don't have that funky background anymore. We have actual people, these beautiful people.
Amazing.
And I wish that everyone who's at home right now could see these beautiful people and to be seen. We're here. We're here. And I would love to start a call and response, so, feedback is completely welcome. That's what I want to say. You know that we're here, thank you. Yeah, can I get a woot woot?
Little woo.
To be seen is so magnificent, isn't it? You know what it's like, even though you got half a face still, just half a face, you know what these eyes can see. We can take in so much with these eyes. And this incredible filter that we've maybe lived with our whole lives. You look at somebody, you don't really look at them. Now when you have that in-person, unfiltered ability to see somebody, it puts the whole human experience at a different level. I get to look at you, you're seeing me, unfiltered. It is quite a thing. And now we have the mask still here, but filtering us in maybe the way that says you're essential to my being and I'm essential to yours. This is what we do because I see you and you see me. This is the existence that we get to have. Being in this building, I have to say, this first official Shabbat evening in Temple Israel is so it ignites us all because, we've been that maybe wandering tribe just going through the desert, wondering when this was going to all happen. My happiest moment tonight yet was watching Harriet Hansel, who helped build this building along with all of you, doing her happy dance down the aisle. I'd like to reenact that later,
Literally
if you would.
skipping.
We could get that on a little TikTok going. But this is, we have to, I know that I say this like almost every Shabbat. Shabbat being that time where we take the burden of awareness, as Maimonides said, the burden of awareness that came from that moment when we ate from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. We all of a sudden saw the world and we became its recipients. You have to now do. You can't just see, you have to take something and you have to be able to ignite somebody else with what you've seen. You have to be able to touch somebody's life now that you've seen them, unfiltered, aware. Now that we've had 6 days of work, we have a moment to rest. That's the removing of the filter. Shabbat is that unfiltered human experience, human to human, God to human. And it is such an incredible privilege. I just want you to be able to, if you're at home, find somebody to communicate with, okay? You can FaceTime a friend, I won't tell anyone. Or you can, that's somewhat filtered. But here in our sanctuary, because you can, just wish each other a Shabbat Shalom with your eyes. With your eyes. Looking at each other, I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you for the human being that you are. Isn't it crazy that we made it here? Yasher koach. Straight to us all with power, and the power to switch this, burden of awareness into an igniting of the awareness to do the things we're here to do. Love, help each other find purpose, help each other twist and turn this world into the shape we want it to look like. So, with this, my friends, I can only tell you what a pure mitzvah and joy it is for us to have a bat mitzvah in this very building tomorrow morning with Eliza Candell, who has worked so hard to get to this moment, and her family is here, front row, good seats, and they're gonna help us light the Shabbat candles, where we wave the light of Shabbat into our eyes. Let me just see what's here in front of me, unfiltered. And if you'll come up, friends, you can leave your prayer books there. And come on up. Maybe I'll ask Mom or Dad to do the actual lighting of the candles. Thank you, Steve and Amy, for producing this awesome bat mitzvah, Eliza. And if everybody wants to turn to page 2, the Jewish day starts at night. Page 2, we praise God who hallows us with God's commandments and commands us to kindle the lights of Shabbat, waving the warmth and the life and the light. You can just blow it out, Steve.
And we sing the blessing together.
We're going to say the blessing, actually, as the Candel family does.
Okay.
Ready? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivah lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Amen. You can kiss the bat mitzvah kid. She has worked hard for that.
And I believe this is a real appropriate moment. As someone said, are we going to say a prayer? Well, of course we are. We're going to say the Shehechianu. That, yes, I see all those nodding, beautiful heads saying, yes, that prayer that reminds us. And thanks, God, for giving us life, sustaining us, and getting us to this very magical and special moment. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
Shehechianu.
Shehechianu.
Vekimanu vehigianu lazman hazeh. We made it to this moment. Let's hear you.
Baruch atah
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Shehechianu vekimanu vehigianu lazman hazeh.
Mazel tov. I want to say mazel tov.
Yes, mazel tov. So we're going to begin our formal Shabbat service on page 12. Lechu neranena. Let us all go, and let's just lift up our voices in song. You got to sing through the mask, so they got to hear you extra loud at home, and you folks at home get to sing, whether you know the words or not, whether you're on key or not. These people do not have the choice. So.
Lechu neranena l'Adonai nariya litzur yishenu. You sound so good. Nakadmavanav v'torata b'zmirat nariya lo.
On page 15.
Well, I want to introduce myself, if that's okay.
Again, yes. Please
Am I coming
do.
through? Okay, yes, okay. Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
shalom.
My name is Rabbi Samuel Klein. If you haven't met me yet, I'm very happy to see a number of familiar faces throughout the room, which is wonderful, but there's still some more to meet. So I hope to meet you tonight, over the coming weeks, if you're tuning in on YouTube. And I know that this might be sort of a shock. You've got a third clergy on the bima, and you're in a new building, and it's beautiful, and you're together. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot of shock, I imagine. And it's very apropos for this week, because this is Shabbat Bereshit. We are renewing the reading of the Torah, beginning with creation. So a shock of a new beginning is very fitting this week. I'm going to take a moment to take that in. And we're going going to transition for Shabbat Bereshit into one of the most famous poems of our liturgy, L'chad Dodi. And at the end of L'chad Dodi, we're going to actually do something physical. We're not just going to stream the service. Your clergy are no longer pixelated. We're here in front of you. And we're going to stand up, if you're able, and face the entrance. Some Jews have faced the entrance. Some Jews face the west. We happen to be lucky enough that both are in that direction. And this is a tradition, I was just researching this, that goes back to Talmudic times. So, over 2,000 years. Yeah. And so I hope that you can join in welcoming the Shabbat bride. We're doing something active. We're going out and greeting Shabbat like a person, but not just any person, like a bride that we've longed to see for our entire lives. So with that, please join us first in L'chad Dodi, and we'll rise in the final stanza.
Page 20. L'chad Dodi, l'chad kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekabelai, l'chad Dodi, l'chad kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekabelai, shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad, yishmi'anu el ha'meuchad, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, l'shemo tiferet ve'litila, l'chad dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekabelai, l'chad dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekabelai, likrat Shabbat, lechuvei melcha, ki mekor ha'beracha, merosh migeden nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila, l'chad dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekabelai, l'chad dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekabelai.
Verse
Page 21.
Hitoreri, hitoreri, ki ba'oreh kumi ori, 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 shaberi, kevod Adonai alayich nigla, l'chad dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekabelai, l'chad dodi. Now you can stand up, facing that door, and we greet Shabbat. And we bow. Boi v'shalom. We come up. Bala gam besimcha uvetzolai, toch emunei amsek. We bow two more times. Boi chala, boi chala. Turn around, last time. L'chad dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekabelai, l'chad dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekabelai.
You may be seated, and we continue on page 26 for the Chatzi Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Ve'amad yivrach chirutei ve'amlich malchutei.
B'chayecha yom echad,
ובחיי
כל בית ישראל, בעגלה, בעגלה, ובזמן קריב, ואמרו, אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה, יתברך
Yishtabach, Vishba'a, Vitromam, Vinasei, Vitadar, Vitalel, Vitalal, Shemer Kursha,
Brichu.
Le'ela, Min Kobrchata, Vashirata.
Tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma
ve'imeru.
Amen. We stand again.
Rise for the Baruch Hu on page 28. It sounds like shul now. Everyone's singing, right? It's amazing.
Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. Ya la la ya ya Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
You may be seated.
Every morning and every evening, we make two blessings before the Shema, that proclamation of God's oneness, Shema Yisrael. We first thank God for creation. We really appreciate that this week with the creation story as we've turned to the beginning of the book of Genesis in our Torah reading. And then we also thank God every morning and every evening for Torah. Torah is just teaching. And I have to say, Eliza, you can appreciate. I don't want to draw any attention to you. You can appreciate, though, my friend, Torah actually is so much more complicated. Teaching is something you're going to do tomorrow morning. All of a sudden, it's not just that you receive the information, but then you have to turn it around and give it back through the filter of your own being, right? Through your head, through your heart, through your own experience. And I think that though we may take B'nai Mitzvah for granted, right? Every kid at the age of 13 who's Jewish has a bar bat mitzvah because that's what you do. But actually, it's such an awesome, amazing responsibility that we say, don't just be taught, teach. And now you know how to do that. And that is very exciting. So we thank God for creating us and for existing, just for existing, and for the fact that we're then charged to teach. And that means, of course, we always have to learn and grow. On page 30, we read together this blessing for the oncoming of the evening, where we note creation. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tsebaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening.
Baruch atah Adonai Amariv
And at page 33, at the top of the page, before we make the blessing over Torah, we say, as you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery.
Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Page 34. Yisrael, Adonai, Eloheinu, Adonai, Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Page 36. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם,
אדוני אלוהיכם
אמת. Before we sing Micha Mocha, that song of freedom, let's go to page 39, and we'll read this responsively. But maybe let's make responsive reading anytime it actually happens in this synagogue, not just reading. Like, can we connect with the words? I always think of what David Brown from the Harmony Project says. You can't just sing a song. You gotta connect with the words, or you're not gonna lift it up. So, I'm listening for that. You will be graded after this. But no, really, seriously, can we actually connect with these words? Because they are deep, powerful words. They're leading us to that moment where we sang and declared, "O God, who is like you? You have set us free." In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth.
The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love.
From bondage in Egypt, we were delivered. At Sinai, we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. On the next page, 40. We'll sing Hashkivenu on page 42. Because we want there to be a way for us to lie down in peace. So, you bring your stuff into shul when you come to shul. You just bring it in with you. It's not like you leave it just because it's Shabbat. It's all still there. Your burdens are welcome here. Your baggage, you can take it in here. We just have to figure out how to unpack it a little bit with the help of each other. How to maybe make some of this shelter that we're sitting in together a place where we can feel safe. Jews really love a safe place. We yearn for that as the Jewish people. Let us go into a place that takes us as we are. Just us. We have thousands of years of history on our shoulders. Some of it we'd rather forget. All we want to do is feel safe. So this place, when we sing Hashkivenu in a second, let's think of every wish we have for this to be that sacred space, for this to be a Sukkot Shalom, a shelter of peace. And what is your gift going to be to make this space sacred for everyone who comes in here? We sing on page 42. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim.
I think for this celebration Shabbat, we've got to go with the fun melody.
All right.
I wasn't planning it, but
Strike
it's
it
now
up.
it's, V'shamru, here it is, the moment we stand together on page 44.
44.
And we sing, we remember and keep Shabbat.
Shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
ביני ובין בני ישראל
אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. We need it to sound a little bit more like a brew pub in here. Come on. דורותם ברית עולם. There you go.
כי
ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. tam berit olam.
וביום השביעי
Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot
את השבת
לדורותם ברית עולם. We turn to page 46 for our tefillah, and we're just called to set apart one day. So think of this day as, what do I want to get out of this day? I actually have control over this one, right? The rest of the week is like, I don't have any control. But this one, right? The ones that the Candel family is wrapped up into a cute little package with a red bow on top, Eliza's bat mitzvah, every Shabbat is actually a gift. So what do we want the gift to be? When we poke our head inside, what is it that you need to get out of this Shabbat to actually make it something of a delight? So stand if you are able, friends. Home also, we stand in reverence for the Shabbat day and for all that it can bring.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehillatcha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה.
Page 50.
אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. כמוך בגבורות ומדום אליו, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. Baruch atah Adonai el HaKadosh.
We take this time for our own quiet reflection and meditation, and we're seated after page 62 and 63.
turn our thoughts now to those in our community who are in need of healing of any form. So I invite you to please think of those names. I'm going to share the names of those in our community that I'm aware of, and then I'll invite you to please share the names that are in your hearts with our community. We think of Lev Heschel ben Bat-Ami Yaakov, Harav Tuvia Levi ben Yosef Tzvi HaKohen Ubatya, Yaakov Yitzchak ben David Verachav, Eliyahu ben Sarah, Harav Ruvain Shlomo ben Mendel Velea, Naomi bat Miriam v'Harav Yosef, Ital bat Yehuda v'Chaya, Lissel Chana bat Yita Rivka, Levaya bat Rachel, Gabriela bat Nehemiah and Devorah, Yirmiyahu ben Yosef v'Rachel, Eliana Shai bat Benjamin v'Shir Leah, Sendor ben Sarah, Miriam bat Simcha v'Shifra, Sarah Masha bat Ganesha v'Moshe, Gershon Ich ben Masha, Jerry Bain, Becky Caudill, Pat Caudill, Lee Conkle, Sonny Cox, Bree Craig, George Dickerson, Larry Footer, Jaime Garcia, Karen Gillen, Warren Grove, Melissa Johnson, Ethan Kaddish, Ruth Kahn, Ray Carlsberger, Delma Killinger, Jerry Cruz, Marilyn Lassen, Elizabeth Moser, Anthony Paneth, Clark Patton, David Reynolds, Jen Rockwell, David Schulman, Annette Turner, Mary Lou Wagner, and Mark Weinstein. I invite you to please share a name as my eyes meet yours and my hand gestures around the room.
We sing together. Repeat these words after me. Dear God of our ancestors,
Dear God of our ancestors,
help us renew our faith.
help us renew our faith.
Grant us a perfect healing.
Grant us a perfect healing.
Bring peace to all our days.
Bring peace to all our days.
Sing Elna.
Elna, Rafana, la, Rafana, lanu. Elna, Rafana, la, Rafana, lanu.
One more time, Elna.
Elna, Rafana, la, Rafana, lanu.
The moment of really welcoming Simcha into our Shabbat arrives. So once a month, at the very beginning of the month, at Temple Israel, our custom is, even if you have to dig deep, you find a way to be joyous, and you say, Mazel Tov, on even the little things, So, or the big things, as it were. Just saying, there are some big things too. So I'm just gonna kind of ask you to ping pong, if there are people who have things that they want to say, have the congregation wish them Mazel Tov for. I'm gonna start from this side of the room, and if you could just stand up and shout, I just celebrated my 35th birthday, then you can say that. I'm maybe the only 35-year-old in the room, I'm not sure. But if you want to start over here, I'm just going to ask anybody over in this section, just pop up and stand up and say your simcha, and we want to wish you a mazel tov. Anybody? Nobody
Ray?
over here? Does
Ray?
anybody? Oh, Harriet.
Something to celebrate.
Thank you, Harriet. Yes, we do have a building. That is a big mazel tov.
And
Mazel
Ray.
tov. Ray Carlsberger, do you have a simcha that you want to share? Something happy? Do you want to share something happy that you're sharing?
Karen does.
Anything happy, Karen? 79 this month? Mazel tov, Ray. Please God, please God. Well done, Ray. Happy birthday. Okay, anybody over here? Ellen. Today's your half birthday. Ellen Half's half birthday. Hannah and Jeff are getting married, people. Mazel tov, and she put down the deposit. That is sort of a happy occasion. That's great. I don't know about the deposit, definitely the wedding. Sandy. Yay, the first celebration Shabbat since he started his new job last month, and that is a good thing. Yay, Sandy, thank you. I think I saw Alan. Avi. Employee of the month. More power to you, my friend. That's great. I know you work hard. Mitchell,
Amazing.
did you take him out to dinner? I don't know. You still have a chance. It's almost dinner time. Okay, Jeff. You did? Well, we'll celebrate it now.
Yeah.
You turned 35. Jeff, so well deserved. Mazel tov, my friend. Hi, Pam. Your daughter. I know her too. That's really exciting. It's not the one who lives here. It's the one who lives in Pittsburgh. Okay, mazel tov. Mazel tov.
I remember her 40th birthday.
That's pretty awesome. Oh, you
I
were
was
there.
I was totally there.
Anybody else in this section? A mazel? Oh, Nancy. Come on, Nancy.
Amen.
Mazel tov. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Nancy. That's the best. Nancy, can I just repeat it for the folks at home? Nancy was thanking all of us for just carrying on these last few months. It was lonely, and being at home is really hard. And I'm so happy that, we stuck it out, sticking to the community, even though we were sometimes lonely and all by ourselves. It's a really hard thing to do. Little refreshment, though, on Friday nights. Awesome. Anybody in the front row have anything to celebrate? Well, yes, Amy?
I'm so glad that I have my entire family here.
You do have your whole family here.
Celebrating this beautiful daughter.
She's a great kid. Yay. Oh, that is the best. Mazel tov to the whole Candel family, and to all of us, we sing. Simmen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simmen tov, simmen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simmen tov, simmen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simmen tov, yehelanu. Did I miss you? Did you have a mouth? Oh, lecho Yisrael, yehelanu, yehelanu. Oh, lecho Yisrael. Let's hear it like you mean it. You're in the new building after all. Oh, lecho Yisrael, yehelanu, yehelanu. Oh, lecho Yisrael.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov, everybody.
We join together in communal prayers now, beginning with a prayer for our country on page 258. We'll do the bottom paragraph. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion.
Help us all to appreciate one another
and to respect the many ways that we may serve you.
May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. Amen. And a prayer for Israel, we say together at the bottom of page 259. O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
Avinu Shebashamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'golo. Avinu Shebashamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'golo.
Page 282, we stand as we're able for Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach
Ladon hakol, latet gedula leotzer breshit, shehu noteh shamayim veyoser aretz, umoshav yekaro bashamayim ima'al, ushchinatu zo begovhei meromim, hu Eloheinu einod, va'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. Page
287.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. Please be seated. We remember all those who have died recently or at this time in years past. And we keep those names, but more importantly, their memories very close to our hearts. In the recent past, in the period of Shiva, the 7 days, we are remembering Dr. Jack L. Goldberg, husband of Barbara, longtime congregant, and my uncle Philip Zachman, Shraga ben Alexander. If there's anybody else who is sitting Shiva, if this is a moment you want to stand and say the name of their person, please do. We have also, in the period of the Shloshim, the 30 days after the loss of a loved one, we are remembering people in our congregation who have died and also people who are attached to our congregation, including Mark Feinkenoff, Marcia Hagler, Manly Kaloff, Janet Azaroff, Daniel Schindler, and Marianne Kelter Pressman. So our hearts are going out to everybody who's remembering them. If you are among them, if you want to stand, you can say the name of your person who you are missing in these first 30 days. If you're with us during the first year after having lost somebody you love, if you would please stand and say the name of the person for whom you are saying Kaddish. Thank you. Thank you. And tonight we are commemorating the yahrzeits, the anniversaries of the following loved ones' deaths. And as you hear your loved one's name, you can please stand, whether you're here or at home. Israel Acker, Carol Axelrod, Elizabeth Brieger, Isadore Cohen, Miriam Cohen, Sue Cohn, Herman Nathal David, Sally Dratch, Louis I. Dubin, Donald Urkis, Minna Feibel, Bernard Friedman, Charles Friedman, Nathan E. Gallen, Abram E. Gordon, Francis Geyer, Sanford Halpert, Nathan I. Henkin, Lillian Krasny, Herbert S. Levy, Sanford William Lipson, Pauline Luckoff, Henry Marcus, Nettie Marcus, Tilly Margulies, Robert Bob Masters, Lila Jean Kinsey Masters, Jay Miller, Buddy Nathans, Marion May Princer, Alfred Savitt, Estelle L. Schaefer, Helen Smith, Robert Snay, Edward Stemple, Joseph Schoenthal Summer, Abe B. Tenenbaum, Julius Terez, Harry Traeger, Aubrey Circo, and Marvin Zwelling. Are there any additional names? So remembering all of these people and more and carrying them all in our hearts and remembering all those who may have died in all parts of the globe, we are standing together as one in remembrance. We stand for Kaddish, as is our custom, and we turn to page 294 for Kaddish Yatom. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'olma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam olmei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalei v'yitalal shmei dekudsha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'olma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. May the source of peace bring peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are grieving. Zichronam livracha, let their memories continue to bless and sustain us. And we say, amen.
Amen.
Please be seated.
So again, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We hope that you enjoyed this trial Shabbat, if you will.
When do we know if we made the audition?
I think we made it.
Did we
We're
pass?
still
Okay.
on the back.
Good.
Well done. But as you know, this is a whole new operation. So first we should thank our incredible staff. Zach is in the back, making sure this is live streamed for all who weren't able to attend tonight. And I think we might have even more staff who was greeting you as you came in tonight. So thank you to everyone for making tonight possible. Of course, Rabbi Mars and Cantor Moses as well.
Thank you.
And so my understanding is the plan is to return online temporarily. So look out for your emails as to how Shabbat is taking form week by week, and we hope to see you back here as soon as possible as we kind of rotate congregants in. But be sure to go for it. Try to sign up, and we want to see you back here as soon as possible. Tomorrow, on the day of Shabbat, we've got two events. Cantor Bat Mitzvah, absolutely, and then we also have Jewish meditation as well, 10 a.m. on Zoom. We have a question here. Are you interested in playing or learning Mahjong? Apparently one of the most Jewish games I've ever encountered in my life. Universal, I tell you. California, Ohio, Israel, Mahjong. Our group is meeting this Sunday at 1 o'clock. So contact Cheryl Klein if you would like more information for that. I have her number if you need that. And then our empty nester Chavura, our group of empty nesters will be having a potluck dinner also this Sunday at 5:30 at the Clemmy and Bob Keidenholm in Blacklick. So please contact Elaine Mendel for that information.
Ellen, yes. Ellen.
Rabbi.
Oh, Ellen Mendel. Okay, typo. Ellen Mendel. And is there any other announcements I missed?
Just to invite our bat mitzvah up
Yes.
to lead us in Kiddush on page 5.
There you go, my friend.
right over here.
Page 5, my friend.
Rabbi will be right next to you.
You can put it right on top there.
Yep.
Baruch. There, you're going to hold the glass. I know this is where it takes choreography. Ready? We'll sing with you. Do you want to take off your mask?
Baruch atah Adonai.
Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu. Zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila lemikrae kodesh, zecher letziat Mitzrayim, ki banu acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikoanim, ve'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'ratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Amen.
L'chaim.
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 Take that sip.
Yeah?
Yasher koach.
Okay. Well, you obviously practiced at Passover or something.
And
Well
the
done, my
motzi
friend.
and the
Hamotzi. Let's
right there.
hang on. Let's do a little purelling.
Okay.
So where do we have our purell anyway? Hang on. Scooch over there for a sec, sweetie. Okay.
This is the ritual the COVID
Yeah.
hand wash. Here you
Do
go.
you have it? Oh,
Yep.
thank you so much.
You say a blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat yadayim.
Yadayim.
Washing our hands,
Wash our
especially
hands,
in
yes.
these times. All right, Eliza.
And you know, Eliza, while you're still up here, and let's give you a little bit of this. That's for you, my friend. You can share the rest of the loaf with your sister afterwards. But since we have you here, I told you that tomorrow morning there would be a special gift which would help you read the Torah. So, would you do me a favor? Take a little bite of your challah.
Baruch atah Adonai
Oh, sorry.
Eloheinu
Did we not say
melech
that?
haolam,
Hamotzi lechem min
I
haaretz.
forgot.
Amen.
This is so distracting. I blame the
Now take a
Purell.
bite.
Now you can eat it. Okay. Wow. You can see how much I get away with on Zoom. Okay. Would you put that aside for a second? There you go. And this is brought to you by your friends who want you to always seek out Torah in your life, opportunities to learn and grow. You can open this. I'm letting you open this, so I'm going to do a little sashaying here, a little soft shoe. So this comes to you from Israel. It's hand painted, and it is something that you should put in your dorm room should you go to college someday, or you'll put it up on your shelf in the meantime. But more importantly, you're going to use it to read Torah tomorrow, and it's brought to you from all of your friends, the women of Temple Israel, and there you go. And it is, do you know what this is called in Hebrew? The pointer, also called a yad. Yad meaning hand. So look at that. Here you go, sweetie. And that is what you're going, because we don't touch the Torah scroll because it's so fragile and because it's made of animal skin, which will absorb all of the oils from our hands. We touch this very delicate fabric. We use this instead. So we want to wish you Mazel Tov. You should use this well and find many opportunities to learn your whole life. And then, as I said earlier, teach, okay? Mazel Tov. I'm giving you a big hug. And I told her, every time I look at her face, I see my niece, Noah, who's at college, but your sweetness shines through, my friend, and you should have a lot of mazel and joy tomorrow. So let's let you sit down.
So let's sing
Mazel
to the
tov,
angels
sweetie.
as we conclude. Shalom Aleichem, page 323. Shalom
Aleichem, Malachei Hasharei, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seichem leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, dear
Shabbat
friends.
shalom,
Shabbat
Liza.
shalom. Thank you for
shalom.
being here. Shabbat shalom. Be peaceful. Be well.